Test, test, test. Test, test, test. All right, I'm back. In this video, I want to talk about 6 healthy habits that I'm implementing in my life right now. And these are things that I'm trying to carry throughout 2026 to improve my health, feel better, reduce inflammation in the body, heal my psoriasis, all that good stuff. So health is one of my big goals for this year, specifically my goal is to heal my psoriasis. I've had psoriasis probably for a decade or so, and it sometimes has been really good. Sometimes it's been much worse. It's been pretty consistently kind of at the same level for the last, I don't know, basically since kind of like Spain trip last year. So I don't know, probably like just under a year. Anyways, I've had it for about a decade, and it's a very annoying issue. And the root cause is inflammation in the body and ultimately gut health. So I'm making a big push this year to just be more healthy and more on top of my habits and everything that contributes to my health. So I've done a lot of research. I've looked at a lot of different ways to do this. I've consulted some people that know much more about this than me as well. And I'm trying not to to do everything at once. I'm trying to do a realistic amount for myself at the moment. But anyways, these are 6 things I'm trying to do, mostly to, heal the gut and to reduce inflammation, heal psoriasis, but also probably just broader health things as well, as you'll see. So I'll get into it with that. First one is improved sleep with consistent sleep schedule. So I notoriously go to bed way too late, and usually because I'm working late or trying to do something in the evening on the computer or whatnot. But this year I'm trying to have a consistent bedtime and go to bed earlier to try to maximize how much sleep I get before midnight. As I understand it, the sleep that happens before midnight is your best quality sleep. And that was something like in 2025 and in previous years that I almost never go to bed before midnight, quite rarely. So yeah, Mari. Okay, I got thrown off there because Mari is being a bit of a rascal here next to me. Excuse you? No. My goodness. Okay, where was I? Sleep quality. I need to, I made myself have kind of a consistent night wind down and routine, and my goal is to be in bed by 10 p.m. at least 5 days a week. Ideally just keeping it consistent throughout the whole week, but I'm just trying to be realistic that there's probably going to be a few times here and there where I go to bed later than 10 p.m. For whatever reason, for entertainment, for work, whatever. And so by going to bed at 10 p.m., I'm maximizing that sleep before midnight, and also just ensuring that I actually get enough, 7-8 hours of sleep in a given night. So that's my big push here. As I understand it, improving sleep quality is probably at the root of so many things for many of us. And I think that that's just such a big lever to pull and to maximize and to be great at to ultimately have an impact on so many things within health for the body and mind. So improve sleep, in bed by 10 p.m., consistent sleep schedule. I'm aiming at being up at 6 a.m. Every day as well when I go to bed at 10 p.m. Or a little bit earlier sometimes if I'm going to get a workout in or something like that. But yeah, that's number 1, sleep quality. Number 2 is strength training at the gym. So I've officially and finally gotten a gym membership just up the road from me here at Anytime Fitness. And I traditionally have avoided gyms. I used to work out a lot when I was much younger, a decade ago. But I'm much more of a cardio person. I like to be outside and running and or doing, yoga. That's another big one for me as well. But aside from those 2 things, I don't do really any strength training. And I need to change that. I need to do a better job of that. So I want to do that to improve overall health of the body, to build muscle mass. I know there's other adjacent benefits that come from that as well, but I know it'll make me a better runner. I know that it'll just help me have more energy and more ability to do stuff around the house, go on adventures with Meyer, pick him up, not be sore after holding him. He's getting heavy and big. Just things like that. It's practical. It also will give me confidence in looking better as well. I could definitely afford to put on a bit of muscle mass. So that's a big one for me. Get in the gym at least 2 or 3 days a week. Still going to do some cardio on the side of that, and still going to probably do some yoga as well every week. I would love to continue doing that for mobility and flexibility, but yeah, strength training. One big lever that or not lever, one big, I guess, thing that I have going for me in that direction is that one of my good friends recently moved back into my area here, just up the road from me. And he has a gym membership as well at the same place. He's actually kind of the instigator of why I got a membership there as well. So now I have a gym buddy and accountability person to go with early morning to go get these workouts done, which is huge. So we've been on 2 workouts together so far. He's also more of a gym guy than me, so he's able to kind of show me around and show me what the heck to do so I don't look like a total idiot and noob in there. So that's been awesome. Huge, huge asset to have somebody to go with, an accountability partner. That's number 2. Number 3, I have typically avoided eating breakfast. Probably more of like an efficiency thing, just to like not have to worry about that and be able to get to work as soon as possible. But I'm taking a step back, especially if I'm going to be working out in the mornings. I need to work out. I need to eat breakfast. And so I'm prioritizing making time for actually eating breakfast in the morning now. And with that, that's an opportunity to take my supplements as well. Because when you eat and then you take supplements, it's going to absorb better in most cases, I think. That's from the research I've done, or at least on the supplements that I'm taking. And so I'm trying to get some healthy fats in the morning, like an avocado is great for me, on a piece of gluten-free toast or a rice cake or something like that. Or, peanut butter, chia seed pudding, things like that. Those are kind of a couple random options. I've been mostly doing the avocado thing lately, so I'm enjoying that. And then I also mix in some like I think it's flaxseed or chia seeds. I mix in the chia seeds with that, and that gives some extra protein to the meal as well. So trying to get some healthy fats and then some protein with that as well. Not a huge protein intake, but at least some. And then that's been kind of serving me really well for energy in the morning. It carries me through till noon, versus before I was always kind of like intermittent fasting and just not eating till noon or 1. That probably had its benefits too, but I think that for someone like me, this is going to work better for me. I'm feeling it already, like just more energetic in the morning from eating. Yes, it does take a bit more time and that kind of thing, but I'm okay with that because I'm waking up earlier because I'm going to bed earlier. So that's that. Eating breakfast and taking the supplements with that. The supplements really quick. I'm just taking, what am I doing? Vitamin D. I'm kind of like super dosing vitamin D at the moment. Vitamin D is great for psoriasis. So I'm taking that. And then also omega-3s. So yeah, fish oil has been a big one too. I do want to take turmeric as well. I know that is a spice that has really good effects on inflammation in the body. I do have some turmeric, but the pill, for whatever reason I have, it just doesn't go down very easily. So, and then it gets stuck, and then it's a really nasty flavor. So I've got to swap that in. That was more detailed than necessary, but I've got to find another version of the turmeric pill, and I'll probably take that in the morning as well. Okay, that was 3. So number 4. I'm doing no gluten, no dairy, no sugar, as I kind of alluded to in the last update there about the gluten-free toast. But yeah, I'm avoiding gluten, dairy, and sugar. There's the odd time where something dairy-related will slip in, maybe in a sauce, that's pretty much it. I'm really not eating any yogurt, cheese, are the big ones for me before. Yeah, dairy I feel like has been pretty easy to avoid. Gluten's definitely the one that I miss more, but it's also the one that I'm more strict with, and I don't have it right now. So gluten-free toast, that's a good substitute. I miss things like burgers and pizza for sure, but at the end of the day, it's just not serving me right now. So I'm okay to put that to the side for now, and focus on avoiding those things. And there's tons of other tasty meals that I know that I can make and have besides that. The sugar thing is more of like a sugar reduction. It's not a sugar-free, I should say. I'm just trying to avoid, obvious added sugars wherever possible. Sugars inside of fruit, or sugars in so many different things. So it's still going to, pop up here and there, but I'm not as worried about avoiding every bit of sugar. It's more just trying to reduce as much as possible and not have like a piece of candy, for instance, or, add honey or maple syrup to things in a recipe, for instance, or brown sugar in a recipe that just doesn't really need it. So, yeah, that's number 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5 is a big one. No drinking. I'm not drinking right now. So I'm at least doing a dry January. I think what I actually need to do is a dry Jan, Feb, and March. See how the body feels, see how that goes. I think the hardest thing is going to be when going out for dinner or when socializing with friends. To be honest, I don't have a full plan on how to navigate that yet, or if there will be certain days for like cheat days. I'm not decided on that yet. I lean towards no and going strictly no alcohol for at least 3 months and then see from there. That's probably the smart move, just even saying it out loud, but easier said than done too in some ways. But yeah, that's still obviously something that I'm thinking about. For instance, I know I have a dinner coming up with a friend and we're celebrating a little bit. So it's going to be really, I think, easy to have a drink in that scenario and convince myself that that's okay once in a while. But if I know that that is not okay, then I just need to tell myself that and stick to it. So anyways, no drinking, for the first 3 months, see how it goes. I do think I'm going to probably continue that for a good chunk of this year. But yeah, that's where I'm starting for now. And the last thing, this is a challenging one for me because I've gotten into the bad habit of this, but no eating after dinner. I'm trying to not have a snack before bed anymore as much as I want one, as much as I convince myself that I'm hungry and that I need it. Eat enough at dinner and let your body digest, let the gut have a break until the next day when breakfast comes around. That's my thing right now. I feel like, again, my gut is obviously irritated and not enjoying something, which is what causes the psoriasis. And so I need to lay off any food in the evening and just give the gut a chance to heal and be okay and to have some rest and downtime in between meals. And so I'm really, really trying to not eat anymore after dinner. So it's a lot of these things are just a lot of discipline, and that's something that I don't always thrive at. So it's a big learning curve for me. It's a big challenge for me this year. Health, obviously a big, big goal for me. And I just think that it's such a multiplier on everything else in life. If you have good health, if you feel great, if you have good energy, everything else just becomes easier and more enjoyable. And, hustling at a business is easier because you're more energized and focused. Working out is easier because you're more energized and you have that. You're less lazy tendencies to that are kicking in. Travel becomes more fun because you're more energetic and all those kinds of things too. So everything gets better when your health improves. And so I'm putting that front and center for me this year. Above maximizing how much money I make, that's a big one because it's like I went into this year. I'll wrap it here because I'm going to ramble forever, but I'll wrap it here. I went into this year with two goals in mind, and one was to heal psoriasis. And for context, like psoriasis is like it shows up on the skin. I don't know how well you can see that here, but I have it on both my elbows. I have it on a big chunk of my left leg and on my right kneecap, behind my right knee. I dislike it very, very much. It not just looks, it's very obvious looking. So when you wear shorts, it's not a nice thing to have. It's also just very uncomfortable. I don't like how it looks on me. It affects confidence. It affects so many things in a negative way every single day. So removing it would be a huge, huge benefit in my life. And so that's like the top priority. So going back a second, that kind of ties in, but it's like I went into this year with two goals, one being to heal psoriasis and then the other to make a certain amount of money. That was quite a bit more than what I had made in 2025, but I had a path and I think it'd be realistic to go and do that. But it's like these two things pull in opposite directions because it's like health would require, things like better sleep, making more time for working out. It would require so much of me to do the health thing properly versus going to maximize how much money I make would require probably working in the evenings more, staying up late. It's going to lead to snacking late as well. It'll lead to bad habits. I've already seen that happens, especially last year. I focused probably more on money than health, and my health didn't go very far last year. It made some improvements, but it didn't go where I wanted to. And so it's like I feel like I need to choose between the two paths, and they don't work in unison very well for me right now. Not as a new dad that is busy, that needs to focus any bit of extra energy I get on one thing. Otherwise, I'm going to spread too thin and then do both these things mediocre, or do one thing and actually succeed at it. So I hope that made sense. I guess in this video, I'm really realizing it's just like I need to focus on the one thing, and it's health. Health is definitely the top priority. So you heard it here first. There it is. Health is the big focus. I'm still going to chase making money, obviously, and try to maximize and be as efficient and effective as possible this year and go out and get the cash. But it's not going to come at the expense of me trying to prioritize my health. So that's that. I feel like this year's been off to a very strong start, but I want to be very aware that we're 21 days in. This is very early innings. It is very easy to keep good habits for the first month. It's much more difficult to do it in month 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's what I'm saying here. Just one more thing to keep me accountable is I'm going to be checking back on this and kind of updating on how this health journey goes. But yeah, that's the focus. That's the goal. Now it's just put the head down, stay disciplined, stay consistent, and find out what the other version of Daniel is that makes all the healthy decisions. Who is that guy? Let's go and meet that guy versus just, doing too many things at once and not doing them wholeheartedly. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Hope it was interesting, and I'll be back soon with more updates on this. Peace.